the thing I always tell people is one of the biggest scams of the US dollar is thinking that $1 has always been worth $1. In the 40s, you could buy a house for a couple $1,000s.
Yeah.
1-2 years of work, working at a regular factory, you could buy a home.
On a single income too.
Exactly. So nowadays, you can't even buy a house with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years worth of work. Plus, you have income tax, which is another scam that we can go ahead and talk about. So what you need to do is understand that the US dollar, anybody can look it up right now. Go on Google and ask
Income tax. Oh my God.
how many dollars were printed in the last 10 years? Trillions, $6-7 trillion were printed. What does that mean to you? What does that mean to your money? And then look up a purchasing power calculator. What is the purchasing power of your dollar from 2021, which is very simple, not very far ago, to now? And the purchasing power is I think, about 15%. So your purchasing power has gone down in 3 years about 15%. It's absolutely ridiculous. What do you think? The government's going to stop printing?
Yeah.
When you have the printers, you're just going to continue printing.
Not only that, a lot of people don't know this. Like something crazy like 50% of the dollars in circulation were printed during the COVID time period.
Yeah.
So it's like, so something wild, like around 40 to 50% of the dollars in circulation. It might be less now because we've been printing so much more money. But regardless, let's say it's 25%, 30%. That's still fucking crazy.
That's a lot.
That percentage of money that's out in circulation right now was printed only 4 years ago during the pandemic.
Stimulus checks.
And it's not, and it's not the thing that things are getting more expensive. It's that your money is becoming worthless.
Yeah.
So what they're doing is they're not just stealing your money, is they're stealing the value of your work. They're stealing the value of your hour. They're stealing the value of your energy, because now you have to work twice as hard, extra hours, in order to have the same lifestyle you used to have. So you need to hedge yourself with assets that protect your purchasing power, that protect the energy that you initially input into something. So for example, let's say I pay you for a gig.
Yep.
10 years ago, $10,000 for a gig, and you held to that $10,000, right?
Cash like an idiot.
Cash. Today, that money would be worth a lot less. So what does that mean? That means that they've stolen the initial value of your purchasing power. They've stolen the initial value of your time, and they've just printed it. They do it through taxation, and they do it through the printing of money. And once people wake up to this, especially if you're overseas, if you're in America, okay, I get it because we have the world reserve currency. But if you're overseas, you're just getting fucked time and time and time again, because you're not just competing against your own inflation, you're also competing against the fact that the U.S. is debasing you.
It's
crazy, dude.